Alrighty. Ron Henderson, aka the Fitness King. Folks, today I want to talk to you about some of the things that are going on in our community, other states. Last night, watching the news, watching the riots, seeing the young man shooting himself after shooting someone else, and it brought me to tears. I looked at that young man, first of all, shooting himself, and I'm thinking, wow. He's got some serious issues, and these teenagers and these young men, first of all, they need role models, and they need what I call the parental influence. They need these men and these women, the parents, to get off their butts and to call their kids in. If their kids are 30, I don't care. Call your kids in and talk to them about how to conduct themselves. It's never right to do wrong, and some people may disagree, and I actually don't care. I don't promote violence in any way other than defending yourself physically if somebody's attacking you. That's one thing. And so when I saw the things that were going on, and of course the cop, shooting Jacob, and those things saddened me as well. I was thinking about what kind of things can we do as parents? Where can we do our part? And the first thing that came to my mind, honestly, is just teaching our kids about being compliant. When I say being compliant, when a policeman pulls you over, do whatever they tell you to do. You know why? So that you can live another day, so that you can live to talk another day, so that you can live to love another day, so that you can live to walk another day. Be compliant. Do what the officer says, then take him to court. Go through the legal proceedings, but never resist arrest, because the problem is, I spent probably 23 years in security work. And when I tell somebody they need to leave, they need to leave. When an officer is telling you need to do something, do what they tell you to do. All right? And people keep complaining about the policemen and the police department. I get it. But we don't want to have people judge us based on black people that do things that they shouldn't do. But we will turn around and we will judge, we will say all cops are a certain way or all policemen are a certain way. They're not. Some of my best friends are policemen. I have 2 certificates, and I'm not ashamed to admit, one for helping an officer that was being attacked by somebody, and I went and I grabbed the guy and subdued the guy and called the police for backup, okay? We're judging people, but we don't want them to judge us. All cops aren't bad, and so if you want to really help, I say join the police department, which I tried over 20 some years ago. They didn't accept me because of racism, because I spoke out about some things. But I wanted to join the police department so that I could be in a situation where I would not allow those kind of things to happen. Minorities, stop talking about it, get involved and do things legally. Join the police department. Then you'll be one of the people that they're yelling at, throwing bottles at. That's a hard job. Security job is a hard job when you're putting your life on the line for people. As a bodyguard, I had times when I would walk somebody out of a place knowing that I might get shot. It's a very, very hard job. Love people. The rioting has got to stop. Talk to your kids. Talk to your kids. There's nothing funny about breaking into Target, breaking into Macy's, all right, acting foolish. I hope that every single person that was doing it gets prosecuted. I do. You learn by you got to be responsible for what you do. It's never right to do wrong. Understand that. Parents, call your kids. I know you've heard this message before, but please call your kids, man. Call them. I was in tears last night watching it. I actually couldn't believe it. And I know that there's going to be some people that will see those African Americans and they'll say, they're all like that. We're not all like that. And all the policemen aren't like that. I'm going to stick up for Aaron Dondo. I think he's a great chief of police. That's a hard job, law enforcement, folks. It's a hard job. You put that uniform on and you try to do their job. Put their uniform on, try to do their job. See how you feel. It's a hard job, and there's cops out there that are abusing African Americans, You know, I had this discussion with my wife. I said, when I was young, I got pulled over all the time. It's called driving while being black. Or sitting in a parking lot and I'd get hassled. What are you doing in a lot? Well, we heard something. We heard there's a suspicious car out there. I said, yeah, I'm eating my old Henry's burger. There used to be a place called Henry's. I said, I'm eating my sandwich, but I got hassled every time when I was a kid. But I never judged all policemen because of the few that bothered me. And we shouldn't judge all cops. Let's do what we can peacefully. Don't promote the violence. And don't say, well, that's the only way things change. Because when you get up publicly and you say, things only change when people got violent, what you're telling those people to do is to keep being violent. What you need to say is, it's always wrong to break the law. I hope they enforce the law. I hope they identify every single person that was breaking into those places. I feel sorry for people that have their businesses. George Floyd, all those people that he lost his life, and look at all the businesses by people rioting. Peaceful protesting is one thing. Get on the phone, call your kids in. Be responsible parents. Most of those kids probably have parents somewhere, whether a mother or father. Call your kids in, tell them, do what's right, do what's right. There's a right way, there's a wrong way. A lot of these kids need love. They need mentors. I used to go to the juvenile center 3 times a month. All right, I used to go to the workhouse out in Plymouth and preach to the guys that were in there. People need love. You know, the song, What the World Needs Now is Love, Sweet Love. That's what people need. They need love. They need Jesus. They need God in their life. Be an example to people. Give them love. Promote doing the right things. I'm not going to take too much of your time, but this has been on my heart for weeks. But I know that so many people are always talking about this. But we need more people taking action. All right? It's not enough to talk about it. Get out there and do something peacefully about it. And let your kids know it's never wrong. I mean, it's never right to do wrong. Let's lead by example. So our kids are going to remember this. The parental influence is kids will always follow, not what we say, but what we do. Tell them one thing, then act the same way. Lead by example. Love on your kids. Set great examples. Let them know that all officers aren't bad, because all officers aren't bad. I keep going back to that because I think that we do society an injustice. The same way they looked at us and said all blacks are a certain way. There's a lot of African Americans that are looking at cops and saying all cops are a certain way. They're not. There are cops that will stand up and say this is wrong. My best friend died last year, about a month ago. He was a Minneapolis police officer, retired. Officer Dix Tahara. All right? There's a lot of good cops out there, my friends. All right? Stay safe and talk to your kids. Talk to them. Talk to them. Do the right thing. I wish you well. I just pray that God would just protect people. I pray that God would just come into your heart and that he would remind you to do things that are right. Seek God. Seek God. Seek peace. Live to talk another day. Live to love another day, my friends. Thank you for this time. I just wish everybody well. Be blessed now.